Mama. Mama.
She got the brown eyes, caramel thighs, long hair, no wedding ring.
True to form, I always forget something. So I've been setting my makeup again with dry shampoo and having great success with it. I get lots of messages about what I prefer. Really, you can use anything that you want, but I'm sensitive to smells, and I also don't like my face to get really white. So I found that 𝓢𝓶𝓸𝓴𝓂 is my favorite to set my makeup with, but I'm out of it right now because my sweet toddler decided that it should get sprayed all over his curtains in his room. So I'm using some 𝓢𝓏𝓸𝓴 really quickly, and this is also a really good brand. It's one that my hairstylist uses. So that's gonna set my makeup, which is amazing. And it just gives you like a lighter powder setting than using like a setting powder is gonna give you. Like it's set, it's nice and soft and all is well, but it's not heavy and it's not, so then I just go ahead and sort of dust it a little bit. This is just a clean brush. It's not heavy, it doesn't give you that made up look. So if you're like a full coverage girl who likes the matte sort of darker makeup, then rock it out with your setting powder. But if you want something lighter and more natural looking, dry shampoo is gonna be your jam. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quickly. I don't have my Stay Spray here, so I'm just gonna use it dry, and I just do the underside like that using the hot angle brush. I like it because it's really narrow, and then I just sort of do little hair strokes up, and that's it. Like that's how I fill my brows, and then I just follow that hair pattern through the brow, and then on that top edge I just sort of carve that out. Ta-da! That simple. Microblading definitely helps. I was telling somebody just the other day, I was like, it's hands down the best money I think I've spent on my face. It's like, I mean, it goes toe to toe with like Botox. Like it has made such a difference in my face. Having eyebrows took about 10 years off of me. People don't even recognize, like I need to get a new driver's license because people question my ID, which the fact that I still get carded at 38 is pretty flattering anyway. But like I've had people, like older people at liquor stores, like look at my license and look at me and look at my license and look at me. I even had one go so far as to like ask my address. I was like, oh my gosh, I promise it's me. I just had really bad brows. Okay, I'm gonna comb through that because we don't want them too dark. And if you're wondering, Philly is my brow color. I love it. It's warm, it's dark, but it's not too dark. Hey, buddy. I'll take that down because we're gonna, actually, no, I need to put that. I'm gonna do a hair tutorial here in a minute too because everybody's asking how I get those curls, so we gonna do that. Okay, so now on to eyes. The whole point of this video, right? Yay, Maurie's finally got her act together. So, the brush you're gonna want is the multitasker. We're going to use the wide flat end of the multitasker. Then we are going to use some Rigoletto to start, and we might go in with some kohl as well. Okay, this is going to be so simple, you guys. What you doing, bud? What am I looking for? There it is. There's my tin top. Okay, same idea as the liquid, but we're not going to press in. We're just going to use this as a template, okay? So I'm going to go into my Rigoletto. I'm just going to hold this here, and I'm just going to sort of smudge this in. And I'm just basically going, like, it's like a triangle. Do you see? I'm just sort of filling in over there. And I am going to darken this up with some of the kohl, which is almost like a, it's like a brown black. Okay. Okay, well, I accidentally pressed that into my face. That'll go away, though. That's just a pressure mark. But you see, we've just got that nice, soft. And then what I'm going to do is just sort of bring that up. That way, it just gives us sort of a smoky edge. But we still have that sharp line. You see that? Pay no attention to the big dent I put in my face. It'll go away. And actually probably put some makeup over it. Blend it a little bit. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Doesn't that look pretty? It's so simple, you guys. It's so simple. Just pay attention to not rest the rest of it on your face. That's it. Like, and I mean, you could go in with the small end of this brush and you could come right into the lash line with your darker shade, which what I'm using is Kohl, and just come in at the lashes. How pretty is that? It's so simple. And it just gives you this sort of edgier look. So I'm going to switch my hands up and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to be careful not to lay this on my face like that. I'm going to hold it out. And I'm going to get my Rigoletto. There we go. Match up those angles. Okay. Okay. Now remember, eyes and eyebrows and wings are sisters, not twins. So you want them to be similar, but just accept going in that they're not going to be identical, and that's okay. All right. And see how I'm just sort of making like just a smoky triangle. All right, and then I'm going to go in with my Kohl because it's darker. And I'm going to sort of bolden that up. Just like that. That one turned out better. I don't have that big line underneath. Okay, and then we're just going to smoke that in. We're going to fan it inwards. Just like that. This one could honestly use a little bit more. And let me wipe some of this shadow off here so I can blend this. Here we go. How easy was that, you guys? So easy. So easy. Soften that up just a little bit. There we go. And of course, you can always play, but look how nice that looks. So freaking simple. And then if you want to come in for just a little bit more, we just lost power. That's weird. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to come in and I'm just going to sort of gently darken up. I'm not going to go all the way across my lash line. I'm just going to do like this outer third and connect it to the wing. And I'm holding my brush like this. I'm not doing it like a line. I'm doing it like a paddle. And then I'm going back and I'm using the Rigoletto to do that. There we go. How pretty is that, you guys? And just another thing while I have you here, so people ask me all the time about like under eyes and does the makeup get in your under eyes and what do you do? That's one of the reasons why I love the dry shampoo. And when I use setting powder, I don't get it right up against my eye, because if I get really close, you can see I've got a little bit in there. The great thing about creams is that to fix that, all you do is go in and pat gently. That's it. You just go in and pat. Now, if I had a bunch of powder on or traditional foundation, that wouldn't work. But yet, it's perfect now. What, baby? Got a little bit of fallout from my shadow. Okay. So eyes are mostly done. I'm going to put on some mascara. I do have extensions on, so I'm not going to put mascara on my extensions, even though I do use this on my extensions sometimes. This is City Beauty's new mascara. I'm obsessed with it. I've got a link and a discount code in my bio. It is a lengthening, thickening, and separating mascara. And it does not transfer, which is my biggest thing because I have oily skin. And mascara always, like, it like comes off on the oil on my face and it drives me nuts. So, just want you guys to see how awesome this stuff is. All right. So I'm going to do 2 coats on this one eye so you guys can see the difference. We're just going to hang out for a minute. I'm trying to keep this quick. I always say, I'm like, it's going to be under 15 minutes. I promise, I promise, I promise. 20 minutes later, still working on it. Okay, it's because I talk too much. All right, so there's coat 1. Here's coat 2. Look at that. But no clumping. Like, it doesn't get all clumpy and gross. Like, it separates your lashes and makes them gorgeous. Look at that. Right? Okay. Other side. And it also, like, when you wash it off, it comes off really nicely. Like, the Thrive stuff that I've been using for forever comes off in little tubes, which is really convenient, except when you're swimming and then it looks like your eyelashes are falling out and people are like, what is all over her face? This, I can get wet and I can sweat and it stays put. It's not waterproof, but like when you wash your face, it just sort of melts off. Like, it doesn't leave giant raccoon eyes behind. Like, it just sort of gently comes off. I don't know. I don't have to scrub my eyes to get it off. So that's the Beyond Mascara from City Beauty. So there we go. Check that out. Smoky cat eye. So simple. I used 2 colors. You could absolutely, like, if you wanted like a more neutral sort of all over base color, you could go in with like, oh, I don't know, Cupcake, which is this really light one, and just sort of come in here. That way you've got a more matte look, and that'll even soften and blend that edge even better. Notice I'm doing it at the end and not at the beginning. And that's so that I can run it into that darker shadow and soften it just a little bit. There we go. Isn't it so pretty? So fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you try it, let me know, and I'll talk to you later.